All you network engineers, you made it to Friday Eve, right? The weekend's coming up, and we've got a little time left before the weekend starts, another day, and we want to get some study in, right? Want to get continue on our preparations for that next big, juicy cert that we're going to hang on the wall, right? So great to have you folks here tonight in Lamb Timber Stream. I wasn't here last night, but I'm back tonight. And I've got some, let me pull up my agenda here for tonight. Some things we're going to be talking about. That's Discord. Don't need you right now. Don't need you right now. Where'd all my stuff go? Here it is. So we got the chat open. If y'all want to chat, hang out, say hello, cry, weep. Tell us your war stories with your certs or your networking battles. Let us know. Gonna have just a brief stream tonight. Gonna be talking about a couple things. First of all, this photo credit today is from JLS Photography, Flickr.com. It is Alaska, which I will tell you, I've been there once and love it. Oh man, I would so love to go back there again. Maybe after post CCIE, do a little family trip out there. But anyway, that's what we're looking at today. That's our backdrop. And then I'm trying something new tonight. We're gonna do it's called low latency streaming. I think it's similar to what YouTube has, where you can say that it's more important the interaction with the viewers, like the chat delay is less, but the video quality might be less. YouTube has had that. They're saying that this is beta on Twitch, so we're going to try it out because really, the video quality here is not a big deal. Like I'm not playing Escape from Tarkov and streaming that, right, and worried about that. My main thing is interaction with the chat, so happy to have some feedback there if you have any. And then we're continuing to work on written study. I've done a couple updates to the drill sheet. I've been talking about this, folks. This has really been kind of the key for me to make that breakthrough to a passing score, I think. We're going to try it again tonight. We're going to do another full boson test after my stream. After the Spanish language stream at 7:30. But I added a few sections. As a matter of fact, Show IP Interface Brief added some sections as well. You're welcome to also. I haven't asked him if he wanted to have edit access on the Google Drive, but if this is something that's useful to you, if you're studying for the written, 38 days, folks, Cisco Live, and my exam will be in 38 days. We're in the 30s. It's getting real. But I'm feeling better and better each day, to be honest. So he added some here. He added the IPv6 DHCP request, and I've added some NBAR, what NBAR does not support. We added SNMP, just spell this out a little bit, SNMP v3 security level configuration. Also added OSPF v3 LSA types. I got this wrong a couple times. I think I'll get it right next time. Weighted tail drop. Q2 is different from Qs 1, 3, and 4. Q2 is sort of the priority queue, I guess you would say, in a sense. So spell that out. Also Lisp components. So this is something that was added, and I'm going to count on getting that right going forward as well. So this thing keeps growing. It's getting bigger and bigger, but I'm getting closer and closer and feeling really good about it. And again, it's in the Google Drive share. Let me pop up the chat, make sure Nightbot is here and alive and well. Yeah, so he's there. Also, there's a stream bot that has been added to Discord. I don't think it's been added here yet. I'm going to get that added, play around with that. Learning so many Twitch things, guys. Still got to get your... we've got several subscribers now. Still got to get you guys and gals... we got to do an emote. I have an idea for the emote. I just have to build it, folks. So that should be coming soon. Maybe this weekend I'll be able to play with some more... learn some more streaming tech, some more Twitch tech, etc. Trying to get better at that, folks. I also am planning to do some live streaming from Cisco Live. They had a thing on there today, and we can kind of transition then, I guess, into CLUS, Cisco Live US. I've read a really great blog. This is our meat chunk of the day. This is from Mostly Networks. Awesome blog. So if you're planning on going there and it's your first time, this has really helped. I've shared it with some other people. We shared it in Discord, and I shared it with a coworker who's going, and he was like, wow, this is awesome. And reading this blog did a couple things for me. One, it let me know I need a charger for sure. That's one big deal. Is you're going to be on your phone all day. You might be on your phone quite a bit, tweeting, whatever. They have a Spark app, that they're going to be using. Spark is renamed, by the way. I think it's going to be WebEx Teams now. But WebEx Teams, so you'll be using it apparently where you can send the presenter questions during the session, etc. So you're going to be on your phone. It's going to die. You're going to want to take pictures. I'm going to want to live stream probably off of my phone. So I'm going to need to I already have one charger. I'm going to need to get another mobile charger. So be sure to get that. And the other thing that came out of this link was to kind of help evaluate your schedule, whatever you have scheduled in the session catalog. He was saying that you can go and do a search on the Cisco Live On Demand content and look at the presentations and see if that's really what you want to attend. It really changed my schedule because I've been doing the cloud track because I'm getting involved in the cloud now, and once I went and saw the presentations, what they're actually talking about, the Cisco Cloud, I was like, no, I'm not going to use my time at Cisco Live. A lot of it for me would be initial sort of salesy information for me, really. And I wouldn't be able to get in depth too much. And a lot of what they'll be talking about won't be particularly applicable to my case or what I'm interested in at this stage. So I shifted more towards, agile and also, DevNetOps, excuse me, and of course CCI related stuff. So I signed up some more EIGRP or an additional MPLS lab and a BGP lab, or not a lab, but a session, another OSPF session. So I swapped the cloud stuff with OSPF and BGP and MPLS. Already had some in there, but now it's pretty hardcore CCIE. So really looking forward to that. That's why I shuffle my schedule around. But yeah, if you're going to be at Cisco Live and you want to meet up, or planning to meet up there at some point during that week, let me know. Sign up on the Discord here. That's in the chat. If you're not already in the Discord, check it out. And we've got a room in there, and we're making plans to at least all meet up. And there's some great tips in there as well. So that's really it tonight, folks. I'm going to be working on, and I'll do this here on the stream, just so you can see. I don't think I've really done this on stream, and that is actually using this worksheet, the drill, the CCI written drill sheet. So I'm going to go through this for you. This is just kind of filler time, folks, while we're waiting on, I'm going to do the Spanish language at 7:30. Again, not a whole lot to talk about today. Just keeping on, folks. So that's the agenda. And let's get back to this. I'm going to move this over here. So this is what I'm working on, right? This drill sheet. Man, it has really helped me a lot. So the new ones are down here towards the bottom, so I'm going to kind of blank those out. Actually, I'm just going to close, not save, and reopen. And I'll start it again. And I'm telling you, this thing is amazing for memorization. And it's a lot like flashcards. It really is. And I'm still going to do some flashcard study. But this requires you, these are just blank spaces. All it is BGP best path selection. Flashcards tend to be like question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. This doesn't give you much, You have to write it out. It's not like multiple choice, which is what the exam is going to be. This will probably help prepare me not just for the written, but for labs too, in a large sense of some of these topics, because I'm memorizing the terms, and they're not being just presented to me on the screen, select A, B, C, or D. I have to memorize these and spell them out. So We'll start at the top where I'm more familiar with this thing. So BGP best path selection. A lot of people know this these acronyms. I always say Walla Omni. There's a lot of different ones out there, but Walla Omni seems to help me. So, you know, highest weight, highest local pref, locally originated routes, shortest AS path, lowest origin code, lowest med, neighbor is eBGP over iBGP routes. Then you have lowest IGP cost, oldest eBGP route, and lowest BGP router ID. This would be like the last tiebreaker. This is not the whole story, right? Like there are some other subtleties here that it's not really practical to list out. There's like exception cases, but like first of all, is the path even in the rib? Is it a reachable path? But that's not listed there. Then we got this ping MPLS IPv4 code. So FEC mismatch is 10, 7 is reserved return code. 4 is no matching FEC. Port equivalency class is FEC, right? And 3 is successful. That's basically a successful ping. You have a matching FEC. 1 is malformed echo packet. And 0 is no return code. So yeah, then we just keep going, right? BGP is next hop. AS path. And origin. Well-known discretionary is atomic aggregate. And escaping me for the moment. I'll come back. I know this is community. Aggregator. Local pref. Well-known discretionary. Optional non-transitive, med. Originator ID. Then you have your cluster list and cluster ID. EEM, embedded environment manager. When you have an applet that is synced and will skip the CLI input, that is sync yes, and that will be exit status of 0. Will not skip, be sync yes, exit status 1. That's not the whole command, but that's in the command. IGMP differences. Excuse me, IGMP v1, v2, and v3. So this has 60-second querier. Actually, yeah, 60-second query interval. 60-second query interval. And then you have membership report suppression. And you have that here, but on IGMP v3, you have source-specific multicast. Can't talk tonight. This has 120 querier timeout. The rest of these match. I just happen to know that. You have querier election. You also have group-specific query. And there's one more attribute that they have in common, and that is group leave messages. All right, doing good so far. I feel confident in those. I pretty much got these. RIP timers, update is 30 seconds. Invalid is 180. Hold down 180. Flush is 240. Invalid's one that I always got wrong, but I'm going to remember that one. So NAT inside to outside. What is the NAT operations order? The order of operations. This is really important, right? So if it's IPsec, we check input access list, and these are the same. I know where they digress, right? So then you have decrypt, check input access list, check input rate limits, input accounting. Actually, rate limits accounting, yeah. I feel like I'm missing something here. Check input accounting, redirect web cache. Okay, no. Policy routing, NAT inside to outside. Then we have decrypt. No. NAT inside to outside. Check outbound. Access list. TCP, no. Inspect. Oh, crypto map. That's what we're missing. Okay, I knew I was missing something there. TCP intercept. Then we have encrypt and queuing. This is all the same. I'm going to type it out anyway. Decrypt. Check input access list. Check input rate limits. Input accounting. Redirect web cache. Then we have NAT. This is the key component right here. When do you NAT, right? And how it's different. In policy routing, crypto, CRYPTO, check outbound access list, inspect CBAC, TCP intercept, encrypt, right? MLS IP load sharing. I think I finally have this. Man, this was killing me. And then I had it wrong on the first iteration of this sheet. But again, this is like a multi-layer switch, right? You're doing configuring load sharing. So this will be layer 3 and layer 4. Information with multiple adjacencies. This is layer 3 and layer 4 without multiple adjacencies. Layer 3 without multiple adjacent. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like it's like full doesn't necessarily mean layer 3 and layer 4. I think it means multiple adjacencies. But here it does not mean multiple. It's like it doesn't really. It's not logical to me anyway. But this would mean just layer 4 source only, and this is the layer 4 destination only. Almost guarantee there's going to be 1 or 2 questions on this. I would imagine, if the boson is any example. All right, so I've got most of these, I think, covered. What else we got? All right, let's jump over here. Do you require the neighbor command? Basically, no, 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 yes, yes. Oh, sorry. No, that's wrong. No, no, no. Non-broadcast. So you do require it on non-broadcast networks because the other networks are going to know who their neighbor is, right? By definition. Requires a DR BDR. On this, it's basically going to be no. So none of the point-to-points require, because they're not network segments, right? A broadcast network could be a non-broadcast segment that is, point-to-multipoint. Would need it. Hello interval, point-to-point is 10 by default, 30, 30, 10 on broadcast point-to-point. I think I've got that one. Let's see, going through the middle now, these IPv6 address blocks. What is the scope? So this is unicast link local. FC0/8 is really part of, I think, FB0/7 or something like that. But these are all unicast org local. This is unicast global, unique. FF01, this one took me a little bit. This is multicast node local. Multicast link local. Multicast site local. Spelling really doesn't matter here. Just multicast org local. Multicast global. These are assigned. And these are IPv4 NAT. That's IPv4 NAT space /96. All right, in OpenStack architecture, this is Evolving Technologies 2-node. Of course, you have controller node and compute. And in a 3-node, you have controller, compute, and network. All right, TACAX. I think I got this one. TACAX Plus protocol is TCP port 49. Radius authentication is UDP and is 1640. Oh shoot, 46, I believe. And UDP 1812, like the War of 1812. UDP 1647 and UDP 1813. I'm not too sure about that one. All right. Virtual router redundancy protocol is election takes place by highest configured priority, then highest IP. The advertising, multicast advertising address routers is 224.0.0.18. Authentication takes place via MD5. PPPoE discovery, it is PADI, PADO, PADR, PADS. Device initiation, device offer. No, I think this is, shoot. Yeah, I think this is PADR, PADO. Offer device. No, device request, device offer. Session ID, confirm. And by the end of this, you have the hardware address is known of the neighbor, and you know the session ID in PPPoE. LLDP, this is not LLDP med. So this is just system description. And when you think LLDP med, you think phones. Hey, dude, for him. One of our subs, my IPv6 skills suck so bad. Failed every practice question last night. Dude, for him, are you using the... What practice questions were you using? Were you using boson? INE practice questions. Okay. Not familiar with those. I put my route studies on hold and immediately started reading on Safari the 700-page IPv6 fundamentals, a straightforward approach to understanding IPv6 second edition. At the end of the first chapter, I passed out. Great sleep aid. Oh, man. Tell me about Do For Him. I struggled with the same. Here's what happened to me. So I remember taking the route, and I took it 3 years ago. I know there's been a new iteration since I took the exam, but I don't think it's that much different. And I did not have a lot of IPv6 stuff on my exam. I remember that. I probably got some wrong, for sure. And between the time I took the route and started preparing in earnest for the written, I forgot a lot of that. So I've had to really relearn it. I would not recommend you read the whole book, to be honest. In reality, so much of the IPv6 routing is a lot like principally the IPv4 routing. Just the technology portion, yeah. But I understand, you felt the need to plunge into IPv6, right? And I did the same. Like, when I epically fell something, I basically, like, you know, turn into a dog attacking a bone. Like, I get mad and I want to, like, just consume it, you know. attack it, which is great, man. But yeah, IPv6 is sounds, in my experience, it's one of those things where when you don't use it for a while, it's gone. You know, like so many other things. It's like when I passed the route exam, I didn't use EIGRP for a while. Like I started the job I'm at now, we're using OSPF. So much of EIGRP, you know, it's like anything else. You don't use it, you lose it. So don't feel bad, man. But yeah, just the technology portion, that's great. I would learn the IPv6 addressing scheme. Like this right here is actually pretty good. I know for the IE test, the written, a lot of the questions in boson are like this kind of stuff right here. So, and there's a lot of tunneling. I don't know if that's in routing or not. I have to look back at the routing topics. But there's a lot of information, at least for the written part, about tunneling over IPv4, or tunneling technologies and natting technologies. GRE and IPsec, yeah, good stuff. And that's good stuff because guess what? There's a lot of it in the written and in the CCIE in general. As a matter of fact, for the lab, you're gonna have to build GRE. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be doing IPsec. There are a lot of labs for it. DMVPN also. DMVPN, GRE, IPsec. It's big. And a lot of people are using DMVPN in their production networks. It's a great technology. I was a little intimidated by it, but when I started labbing it, I was like, wow, this is really cool, man. I totally nerded out on DMVPN. Started thinking, oh, I want to put it here and here and here, you know. So all that is really good stuff. IPv6, I've only done a little work with IPv6 because I actually had to do a little work with IPv6 and BGP. You know, we're not an organization that uses a lot of IPv6, but, you know, it was there when I first started, and I had to do some work with it. So it's there. But yeah, keep on studying, man. That's great. When is your route exam? Do you have a date yet on your route exam? Because that's one thing that helped me with the CCNP is I put off for so long scheduling an exam. And what's great about Pearson VUE, of course, is when you do schedule an exam, you can always reschedule, right? Oh yeah, you passed switch a month ago. Plan on taking a route during May. Awesome, man. That's aggressive. That's great though. If you've got a strong background in routing, that may just be the way to go. But yeah, I always like to just go ahead and schedule the bad boy. You know, just schedule the thing. And you can always reschedule it, I think, even up to like a day in advance, you know. But you sound very motivated, so goal is CCI written by the end of 18. Man, that is awesome, dude, for him. That is awesome. That's great. Yeah, I hope to have it done also by the end of 18. Actually, my goal is, I'm feeling pretty good about the written, about passing it in 38 days. So I'm just debating on when to schedule to sit. Yeah, man, you're in a good group right now because there's so many people who are at the same juncture getting ready for that written at Cisco Live. So thanks for hanging out, dude. For him, I'm gonna have to go ahead and end the English cast. You're definitely welcome to stay on for the Spanish. But I'm just going to kind of go over the same things. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Thanks for, give us a like if you haven't already. And follow us on YouTube, or subscribe to us on YouTube. And, if you've got an Amazon Prime account and you haven't used your free Twitch Prime sub, you can always link your accounts and sub here at Land Tamper Stream. Give us a little support, and we'll keep funneling that into making the channel better. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Keep studying. Keep hitting it hard. And we will see you back here. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back here on the weekend, probably around like noon Saturday is when I'm planning. And we'll see you back here in the Land Tamper Stream. And I'll let you know how my next test goes, which will be starting very soon. Thanks, guys.